Good evening. Welcome to On the Case with Kamau Kujichagulia. I am Kamau Kujichagulia, and I want to welcome you to this edition where each week, right here from the great city of Trenton, New Jersey, we sit down and we talk with a personage that is a lover of Trenton and a lover of Black people. So that's what we do here. Tonight we're going to have Yolanda Benning, and she's a production. She does what do you call that stuff? What do you call Facebook and stuff like that? Anyway, she'll explain it to you. I don't know. I'm an old man. I don't know all this stuff, but we're going to find out about it. Before we get started, though, I wanted to let's just get started. Let's bring Michael on. Hello, Michael Harmon.
How you doing, Pop?
I'm fine. I'm tired, brother. I'm really, really tired. You know?
What you tired from?
Because right before this show started, I had to get up and change something real quick because one of the lights went out.
And your damn production team, huh?
That production team is something else, man. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. You know? So how are you this evening?
I'm doing good, Pop. I'm doing good.
You know this sister, Yolanda, not Yolanda. Yolanda.
Not like Yolanda. Yes. I met Miss Benning, Frankie Baby Fantastic. I met her in Los Angeles.
Okay.
Yep.
Very good.
I met her in Los Angeles. We'll let her tell the story.
Yeah. Why don't we bring her on, see what she's talking about, all right?
All right.
Sister.
Hey, peace, everybody. Peace. Hello. It's an honor, a pleasure to be here.
Welcome
really.
to our show.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much. Okay. Yolanda, yes.
Yolanda. From Ewing Township, right?
Yes. Ewing. I grew up on Walnut Avenue, Wilbur section, but you know how it is. We end up changing schools.
Wait a minute. You can't be saying you from Ewing if you grew up in Wilbur section now, you know, because we got a lot of Wilbur section folks that be
that's that's the hometown. Yes. You know, we had to change schools though. Pop, did a little something so we can go to the Ewing schools after a while.
I see. Okay. That's good. I'm glad to hear that. And then you went out to California.
Yes, well, not right after school, but eventually went out to California. I did play ball and went to college, to Long Island and things like that, military, but ultimately ended up in California, and that's where I am now. But I'm here visiting here at home now.
Okay. So you played some ball. What kind of ball did you play?
Basketball for Ewing High. 92 was the graduating year. Yes.
92.
Yeah, 92. But I didn't graduate from Ewing High though. It's a whole another story. I ended up going to Trenton High. Ewing High never signed the basketball waiver, so I never played Trenton High. Then I ended up getting a diploma from Hamilton High West. But Ewing High was my basketball highlight.
Okay. Then you went in the Army?
Yes, went into the military. Yep. I did that. I went to the Bosnian War.
I think about it is yuck.
Yeah, exactly. Yuck. Okay. I mean, really. And you know, at that time in my life, my father had passed away. And you know, I had been to college already. I didn't graduate. I think my second year in Dowling College, I went on spring break, and I was kind of on spring break forever. You know, I just didn't go back, you know. So Pops died, and then, you know, something hit me. And then during my mourning stage, I ended up finding myself in the Army. And then I ended up going to Bosnia. But somewhere along the lines, I woke up and started sucking up all their information, reading the regs that they had, because, you know, they tell you if you don't do what they tell you to do, you're going to be flipping burgers. Well, we went to war, and then I ended up, they were sending my unit back to war. But I ended up using conscientious objective. Shout out to Muhammad Ali. So they shipped me to right. They shipped me they shipped me to California in Barstow. They train up soldiers that were going to the war. So that's initially how I ended up going to California. in that uniform. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So once I got out, I said I can do it on my own.
All right. I was in the Army many years ago, but because I had to be, that's when we still had the draft.
Right.
So that when I run up against people and say, "Thank you for your service," I said, I wasn't a happy server. I'm not a happy server. So you don't have to thank me for it.
Right. I feel you on that.
So you went to school and you got your education in film and in production managing. Tell me about it. What do you do?
Yes. So I do, and as a whole, it's content creating basically. But so I did go to school for have associates in science and recording arts, and as well a bachelor's in the business. But the thing is, it's oversaturated with everybody got a phone, everybody's doing camera work, and it's like real saturated, this market. However, it's still competitive when you comes to the mainstream. So what I do is I take all those things that I learned, that my talents, and I package it into a place in a way where I can help my people. Rather it's just doing film, because film, let me slow down. Films, that's a big project. That can happen. That can take a year to do a film. However, people need content daily, especially when you're a business owner, you got a product or service, especially when you have the mainstream, and they're very competitive. They're programming our children every day. So I pride myself in trying to change the narrative and put our people up and showcase them at affordable prices, because this stuff can get expensive. So I pride myself on having affordable prices. Not shamelessly, I hate to be plugging myself, but that's what this is, right?
You're supposed to be plugging yourself.
That's right.
But you're gonna have to back up a little bit, because I'm still not quite getting what you do.
Okay, so I guess, all right, so it's a number of things. So I do film. I deal with the camera, meaning I can direct, I can write the script, things of that nature, everything behind the camera. One of my passions is editing. I do a lot of editing. Some people send me footage that they may have shot, and I'll edit it up and try to make it fantastic, put some graphics on it, motion graphics, things like that. I also do tech stuff like flyers, promotional stuff, brochures, menus for people who have restaurants. I've done, I also do, sound editing. Sometimes people will just do some film or something, but the sound might not be clear. So I basically do all things media. That's what I call it, all things media.
Content.
Yeah, content, yeah. And that's what it is. That's what we need. That's what we need, because then I'm in a seat where I can actually put, change the narrative, basically, like that's what it is. You can tell stories with content. So that's what we do. Yeah.
Okay.
Deliberately, you could be deliberate in telling stories, is what I'm trying to say. Because we get our dose of brainwashing all the time. So I really wanted to be in this area, this space. So for instance, I got a show. It's a show called Dolo Daddies, right? Shout out to my homeboys. Shout out to my homeboy Samaj, Dolo Daddy. And Dolo Daddy is basically showcase Black brothers who are single fathers or taking care of their kids. Now, every show on television, you'll see somebody's, is a deadbeat. I can go on forever how they showcase the brother. And if you see a movie, you probably see a show called 16 and Pregnant, but we never see the brother. So if I know how to work a camera, and if I know how to tell stories, and if I know how to do sound, aside from making money and trying to do something for business, I can also be deliberate about telling stories and creating content, and that's what that show showcases. We try to, tell the story from a brother's perspective and showcase him in a light that he isn't usually seen.
Yeah, that is something that is definitely needed, seeing things from a male perspective. But let's back up a little bit and tell us, how did we meet? How did we meet?
Yes, that's funny, right? That's the funniest. So we were on Crenshaw Avenue in Los Angeles,
Crenshaw
California.
Boulevard.
Crenshaw, of all places, right?
Right.
So Yeah, we were at a club. It's like a little small speakeasy place called the Living Room. Shout out to the Living Room.
Crenshaw.
And yeah, right on Crenshaw. And I guess your people were having a party or something there. You had something going on. I'm not sure. You had a party?
Yeah,
you guys had a party?
Had a little party going on. My man was throwing something, that was going on over there. We did that.
Right. And I'm not sure. Like, I frequent that spot because I've worked it. I've done some camera work there before, and again, somebody that I know had parties there before. But anyway, we went back talking something. I don't know. It came up that you were from Trenton. I'm like, it was like when you said Trenton, like everything just stopped. Like, what? Trenton?
We were sitting there talking, and I was like, yeah, we're having a comment. I'm from Jersey, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, you from Jersey? Okay, what part of Jersey you from? I'm from Trenton. I'm like, nah, look, you from Trenton. Right. I'm from Trenton. From Crenshaw Boulevard, we had a chance encounter.
Right.
And this is what it's going up to, and it's going to go on into the future.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, man, that was amazing. And then seeing you, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, sister.
Oh, I was saying, but just seeing you and then having us touch base here and then finding out about the show and everything, I'm like, because I've been doing a lot of work on me, you know what I mean? So like in the past, like people, I don't know, in that arena and bar areas, like people tend to have friction. I don't know. But my point is, it was so loving, and look at how the ancestors are working behind the scenes. We had no idea. I had no idea that I would be sitting here or see you now, I didn't know I would see you again. And then I don't think you mentioned the show then.
No, we didn't have the show back then.
Right. Okay.
Wasn't thought of. I bowed out of LA. I moved back home, back to Trenton, in 2019. You're still out there going strong. I'm proud of you. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, man. Thank you.
It's tough out there to make it. It's tough.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's like everything. You gotta just grind hard and like you take the ups and downs. And again, I don't have any kids, so I'm not to say that I'm like superhero or anything, but I am kind of in a way. But I don't have any kids, so some of those sacrifices that I've made, other people, their situation isn't set up like that. But that's why I also promote that regardless of whatever job you have or whatever your the day-to-day may be, you have to carve out some time for yourself to, those dreams and things that you would always do. That's the gift that's inside you. And I'm just happy to have found mine. And ever since I found that, I've just been going in that, the trajectory has been taking me like places I've never thought I'd be in this industry. Okay. So I'm thankful for it. And knowledge and showing, learning different things.
Wish you the best. And if there's anything we can do to support you, definitely we'll be there.
Well, this is one of it. I appreciate this opportunity and having this platform, man. And I am here. I'm a resource for the city. I'm from this town. And with technology, you don't have to be here constantly to work. And that's what I pride myself doing. It would be useless for me to know what I know and not be able to help my city or help people that, in the business, that people, entrepreneurs in my city. So that's what I pride myself in doing. So thank you for giving me the opportunity to say it.
That's really great. And I really hope there are a lot of small business people seeing this show tonight, because what you offer is what we need.
Yes,
we need a way to promote ourselves. And most of us, when we go into business, we go into something that we know and we love, and all that other stuff like marketing and accounting and
exactly.
That's stuff on the outside. How to promote a business, and promoting your business is critical when it comes to succeeding in business.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
And
I hope there are a lot of businesses and a lot of people right now. What you say.
Actually, I could have used you when I was in Los Angeles. I started a photography business. Yeah. Excellent behind the camera, but it's the other things. You know what I mean? It's the promotion of that business and getting out there that I really had tough times with. And if I would have known that's what you were into, we probably could have linked up back then.
Yeah. Right, definitely. Well, let's talk future. Let's talk life, because we could still do things, you know. I mean,
Yes, definitely.
Nothing, no opportunity is lost. And, you know, we can still make it happen. And you're right. People don't think about, some people sit too close to the business. And like I mentioned before, other people have other obligations where they can't focus on those type of things. And then sometimes when they sit too close to the business, they get into this competitive mode and might make a move that's, you know, it start getting crowded. Everybody's like, one person sell t-shirts and everybody on the block selling t-shirts. You know what I mean? It's kind of like one of those type of things. Nothing against it, but it's more ways to stand out, to rise above the noise with your business. Everybody has a special thing that they offer. And if you tie that to your business, people will buy the story, not really the product.
Okay. So, okay.
And that's critical.
Definitely. Well, Yolanda, what's next? You're in LA, getting ready to go back. What's next?
Yeah, well, you know, I've been here. I have a few things that I'm looking forward to. I'm actually not in the liberty to say too much. It's a meeting, and I just hope everything's work out for me, so I could be here more often. I'm going to come back and forth here. You know, I have a documentary, Jew Black 2, that's out, and it's on Amazon. It's also on my website.
Can you back that up just a little bit? What is the name of it?
It's called Jew Black 2. Jew Black 2.
Okay.
Yes, Jew Black 2. It's basically showcasing, you know, a lot of people say the Jews run Hollywood. So I did a lot of research and went down this rabbit hole and found out a bunch of stuff about our people before Universal Studio existed, because we were separated anyway. But the thing is, what we had, the entrepreneurs that was there, like I would never heard of these guys. So like I had to put a piece of work out. It's my first documentary that I've done. Shout out to the people who helped me, Antonia Gura. I'm sorry. I'm stuttering with the words. Antonia Gura, Tony Ponders, The Quiet Storm, Samaje McCullough, and Narubi Selah. They put some original sound, the music on here, score music, which is awesome. But that's on Amazon, and again, at my website, frankiebabyfantastic.com. I also have a book, 2 books.
I was going to ask you about your book.
I'm sorry?
I said I was going to ask you about your book. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. So the book, I got 2 books. One is called Influence Me. And it's like really like about creating a fantastic life for yourself. Like, so what I did was I basically shared all the people that influenced me in my life. And, you know, that could be a long list, but I was basically putting it towards, because the stuff that I do, I didn't learn in grade school. Like when you go to school, you're taught, get a job, do this, be an engineer.
Right.
But your passion is something that you're going to always drive to. So it's certain things that, like, I was one of those kids that was always on punishment, you know, luckily, because looking at it now, because I always had to read something. I couldn't watch TV, so I always had to read. And now, I mean, back then I started reading when there's no school assignment, I started reading stuff that I was interested in. So I developed that discipline a long time ago. And so the Influence Me book is kind of like those people that were in tech, those entrepreneurs that we don't really hear about, the people behind the scenes, not the Jay-Z's, nothing against Jay-Z, but, you know, I'm talking about the people who's behind the scenes, you know what I mean? So those type of influencers, and I just put a book together, and not just put a book together. I kind of shared how they influenced me and how I used it in my life. That's what those 2 books. Oh, the other one is a coloring book. I'm sorry. It's a coloring book, but it's a, what's it called? It's called Color Your Success. And it basically has like a bunch of positive affirmations and words like that. You know, I believe you got to paint it and put it out there, you know, to manifest things that it could come to pass.
Yeah. I've been doing a lot with affirmations and different apps on my phone with affirmations. So that's definitely a positive.
Yes. It's work, man. It works, man. I believe it, man. It works.
Huh. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay.
But
now yes, sir. Well, you said you like to do editing. Oh my God, I can't think of anything I'd rather not do than edit. Once you film down to something, you know. But you love it, you know. And you do this for social media? Or
I do it for social media. Well, let's say, I should say, I got to plug Films LA. I started, well, I got the discipline from doing it for music videos years ago. Okay, that's what started it. But and social media wasn't as big like it is now. And then, you know, you do films. I worked on different sets and films. I've been in front of the camera, behind the camera, holding a boom mic, you know, doing sound, grabbing cables. So in between time, I want to get on different projects. So I ended up doing a project and doing a bunch of promotions for this reality show called Films LA. Big up the Films LA. I got a lot of got my chops up with the editing. Sorry. I got my chops up with the editing on that. And then from the films in between time, like I said, I noticed that, especially through COVID, I noticed that a lot of people started getting into their own businesses and stuff. And so I kind of like merged the film stuff and the music stuff that I do and kind of like made it lane for me to continue doing work daily. You know what I mean? Pitching to people and letting them know how they can bring more revenue to their business, service, or product by simply just putting a video together, and you can promote that video on several platforms, several ways. And video holds more content than just a photo. You know, video tells more of a story sometimes than, I mean, more than a photo. So, yeah.
Okay.
I hope I answered your question. I'll be going.
We'll be sending you some content. We'll be sending you some content.
Yeah, we certainly will be.
Absolutely. Let's do it. Let's do it.
How do people get in touch with you?
I'm very, very transparent. My number is on my social media. It's 323-245-4930. On my website.
Whoa. Do that again. 323.
Okay. 323-245-4930.
Okay. And
then my website, Frankie Baby Fantastic. And all the social medias, everything is Frankie Baby Fantastic. Yeah, so
FRANKIE.
Yes, IE. Yep.
Frankie Baby.
BABY. Yes, BABY.
Okay.
And Fantastic.
FANTASTIC.com.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. .com. There it is.
How did you come up with Frankie B Fantastic?
Wow, that's funny. That's funny. Well, oh my God. Nobody's asking me that.
I ain't mean to put you on the spot.
Nobody has asked me that. That's funny. Well, when I first moved out here, well, I used to do music. My name was Ross Asia, you know, stuff like that. And it's all about reinventing yourself. So that's what I believe, because, you know, we grow and graduate every time we get something new in our, you know, we master something. So went from Ross Asia. Then I went, when I was moving to LA, I was like, well, Swags was this new hit things. I was like, man, I'm about to name myself Frankie Swags, Frankie Swags. I was Frankie Swags. And Frankie was a name. How did I even come up with? Oh, Frankie, because I had a CD called Frankie Goes to Hollywood. I mean, you know that CD called Frankie Goes to Hollywood. So I wanted something different. I don't know. But anyway, it was Frankie Swags for a long time. And I stopped doing music. And then one of my homeboys, one of my military buddies, shout out to G in Compton. That's my baby. He always called me Frankie Baby. Hey, Frankie Baby Fantastic. He used to always call me that. Frankie Baby dude. Fantastic.
The Compton brothers, huh?
Yes, some Compton brothers, for real. He used to be in the 60s too, in the 60s right there in South Central. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, that's my brother. I love him.
The 60s from Compton? The 60s from Compton?
No, he used to be in the 60s in South Central too.
Okay.
Like growing 60s. The Hoovers, whatever they call them. I don't know. Yeah. Don't get me the line. I don't know. But the 60s.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
So, yep.
Well, look, I'm glad you're doing what you're doing. I'm glad you're out there doing what you're doing.
Yeah, man, I am. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. And I want to say hi to my mom before y'all kick me off of here. I love you, Mom. You know, I haven't seen my mother in years. Like, I've been gone. I left 12 years ago. And I came back, maybe I haven't been back in like 5 or 6, 7 or 5 years. I think it was
What year did you leave? What year did you leave?
When?
Yes, what year?
2011, I think. 2011.
Yolanda, that's the same year I left.
Word?
That's the same year I left.
Yeah, gearing up. I think it was 2011. I think it was.
That's
Yep,
the
I was
exact
gearing up
same
to
year
be
I
out.
ended up in LA.
Yeah, man. I had to bunk out. I was like, I needed to go. And it was trying, you know.
Oh,
Let me tell you, when I went to LA, luckily I bought cameras. I had new studio equipment, everything, right? I got my apartment like a couple days. Like I literally had no place, just a couple dollars, like a couple thousand. I paid my rent up for 6 months. I used to have a shopping cart with all my camera equipment. And I was like, when people come out of those clubs, they constantly want to take pictures. That's when people, because you remember back in the day, Church Rat used to be in the clubs that, taking pictures in Trenton. I was like, everybody gonna want to take a picture, man. I got this new camera. So I would sit outside, I would get my cards out. I would just be paying people, pay me just to upload it then and there. They drunk. So I made a lot of my relationships like that.
No doubt. I had a camera, I had a printer and everything. I would be out there taking pics, print them all out 10 hours.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you find a way.
Yes,
yeah,
man.
Mm-hmm.
I miss the streets of LA, boy.
Yeah, man. Well, you're gonna be back. You're gonna be back because we're gonna definitely do some work.
All right.
We're gonna definitely do some work. Yes.
I got some people out there that I probably should put you with. Jarul Asiatic is one of my boys out there in the film industry, and he does it up pretty good too. You guys could probably get together and help each other out.
Yes, that's what it's about, man. That's definitely what it's about. I'm telling you.
Okay, now you had a documentary about Black fathers.
That is not a documentary. That's actually just it's like a short. I'm trying to make it like a series. Actually, I'm happy you brought it back up because I want more Black fathers to be involved. And it's nothing that I got one Black father and another Black father that's considering. But the thing is, I want to showcase Black fathers. Shout out to Samaje because he was allowing me to be in his life and do that, showcase that. But once we did it, it kind of sparked the idea that we should be doing this. You know what I mean? So I'm sure his story is not his alone. There's a million fathers who need to be showcased like that. So I am looking for, and you said you want to do some work. These are projects that I'm loaded with projects. I mean, I got a whole bunch. I just need, people that's, I want the help. I want the universe to bring me those people to help do these projects. Yeah. And we all have ownership in this,
Okay. Well, this has been very interesting. After the show, I'm going to have to get in touch with you because, promoting businesses right now. I mean, we have this podcast. We also have a parade coming up, and you did a little promo for us this week, and I looked at it and I said, "Wow, I don't know. This really looks professional."
Thank you.
So I've seen your work, even though it's a little bit. I've seen your work, and it's very good. So I want to talk with you, about doing some more because I got this film idea, but I don't like to edit. I swear I don't. I just don't have the patience. And you know what happened? I learned how to do the editing. Then by the time I've learned, I forget because I'm old.
It's definitely tedious.
So no, seriously, we're gonna have to sit down and see what we can do together. And
let's. That's what I am. That's what it's about.
There are 100 other Black and brown businesses here in Trenton, New Jersey, that need to promote themselves. So
that's right.
And if you know how to do it, and if you do it for a reasonable price, hey, we should be able to do something very, very special. I hope we can.
Yes, we will. That's what we manifesting now. Let's do it. And honestly, I feel that's what I must do. Like everything, sometimes, like when you said I did that promo, was something, we didn't sit down. Usually when you do stuff, you got to sit down with that business and make sure you telling their story. We're talking about the colors that they use, things like that. But everything don't have to be about money. We have to start deliberately helping our people. for real. Because between some mom's chicken and Kentucky Fried, you're gonna always hear that Kentucky Fried commercial. You're programmed to think about Kentucky Fried. You're not even thinking about the mom's chicken down the street. So
that's true.
We have to do this for each other.
That's very, very true. Let's see, we have a comment here. A good friend of mine and I are social workers and have focused on Black fathers in our research. So I'm sure, again, there's somebody interested in that project that you want to talk about Black fathers.
And like you said, there are so many different stories, so many different perspectives that Black fathers have. And
yes. Absolutely. And I'll tell you, and once again, here's that thing again with the media and the content. We are going against these 5 families. We're going against the corporations who are strategically on every talk show, every commercial. I can see it in commercials slyly how somebody's missing, or the father missing. Like they unconsciously put this stuff in people's head. But my point is, they keep painting these pictures. And we have to be deliberate and countering that, because there's a lot of stand-up fathers out there that's doing it, doing excellent, and they need to be showcased,
and stand up.
That's right. And we end up doing it. The mainstream do it so hard. They so cold with it. We end up sharing the detriment that they put on the Facebook. We'll share it like this is the massacre that we do to each other now. Whether we do it on that social media, even if it's just for jokes and kicks, that you're still conditioning the mind. Media and content is powerful, man. Look at Egypt. People, they still learning about that. So we have to be careful. It's a responsibility when it comes to these type of things.
Yes, the cell phone is controlling people right now, and if you can put it on the cell phone, make it look good, promote it right, it's gonna work.
Well, my sister, this has been most enjoyable and educational, and I'm sure that in the future it's going to be something that we're going to have a working relationship.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I really appreciate what you're doing, and I want to thank you for being here with us. And thank you. It's good to,
thank you.
Met up with my son out there. That's a good thing.
Thank you, Yolanda. On Crenshaw Boulevard. This right here is the result of Crenshaw Boulevard.
That's what it is. Thank you guys so much for having me. It's an honor. I swear, this is like immaculate for me. This is really, really a tremendous honor for me. I love what you guys been doing since the paper, since the hard copies. And you've been a staple in this community for years. And I'll be honored to work and do some business with y'all and help in any way that I could help.
I like hearing that.
That's I know that's right.
All right, my sister. Thank you very much. Love you much.
All right,
Yolanda.
Take care.
All right, peace.
Oh, son, wonderful.
Great. Excellent.
And that reminds me of a story like when I was in the Army in Panama. And we were at this club, and somehow I don't know how it came up. I said, but there was his brother from Trenton, and hold up, William Murphy was his name. Yep. So we got together and we hung out from then on. Small world, people from Trenton hang together.
Yes.
Okay, next week. Our guest is going to be Baye Kemet.
Kemet.
All right. Yep. That's good, brother.
That's going to be a good one. Doing a lot of stuff in the community, and we're looking forward to talking to him.
Yes, I am, because I haven't seen the brother in a few years since he moved out of Trenton, went down to Atlanta. They say it's so much better in Atlanta. Well, I don't know about all that, but who am I?
Then Trenton.
All right, so next week we're going to have Baye Kemet, and hopefully maybe we even get to see Makita. That's his wonderful wife. That would be good. She was associated with and her mama. What was her mama's name? Mama. Oh wow, ain't that something? Anyway. She was associated with APAS back in the day, and not associated. She went to APAS,
Okay.
So
I know a few people that went to APAS.
You do.
Mama
Dino. There it is. There it is. See, it comes to me. Of course, that was
yeah, we heard.
And back in the day, man, they used to put on some shows. I mean, just I don't know whether they're on video or not. They should be. Oh Lord, that they would be excellent for Yolanda. Yeah, Yolanda to get hold of those videos and tighten them up, Oh, that would be great. But APAS and Mama Dino used to put on some tremendous shows back in the day. I mean, they had little kids, 5 or 3 on up to early teens, and they were like, she had them acting like professional actors and actresses, dancers.
Okay.
So anyway, Baba Baye will be on next week, and I guess we should get out of here, right? Okay, son, good being with you. Wait a minute.
Always.
We always have Sean on the board here.
Yeah,
she's not here right now, so I have to figure this out. And there is the welcome. Okay. I don't know where her stuff is. There it is. Good night, y'all.